In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the exact materials I use to make my clay hair clips. The very first question I was asked is what type of clay I use. I mainly use polymer clay, and the only way for it to harden is by baking it in the oven. The two brands I like to use are Sculpt and Fimo. They're both great options, but I recommend trying both to see which one works best for you. Personally, I love Sculpt just a little bit better than Fimo. The next question is, what do I use to color my clay? As silly as this sounds, I use eyeshadow. I got this eyeshadow called Neon Brights. I found it at Five Below, but if I were you, I'd rather get chalk pastels since they last a little bit longer. But if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, this is a really good option. I only use like 3 or 4 colors in that palette, but I only use eyeshadow when I'm making like the Miffy cookies, just to make it look like that little not burnt, but like a cookie shade. Other than that, I just pretty much use regular color polymer clay. The next item I use is 70%, I believe it's called isopropyl alcohol. Let me know if I'm saying that right, because I do not know. And I also use Q-tips. So these two helps you clean the clay of any dirt, hair, or specks. I would just dip the Q-tip into the alcohol and I would just clean it, just basically like what I'm showing you right here. It's a long process, so you have to just be gentle with it. My mom got me this cute little shell from Goodwill, and that's where I put my my alcohol in there and where I put my Q-tips. It's so cute. Next up, I use UV resin to have that shiny look on my hair clips and give it that really good strong protection over it. The first brand I like to use is called Mr. Resin, and the second one I believe it's called B Resin. I really like these two brands a lot. I had no problems with them whatsoever. When working on UV resin, you need to wear gloves and a mask. There's some people that I've seen on Instagram where they're using UV resin and they get really bad rashes. So I recommend you guys wearing gloves no matter what. You guys also have to turn on a fan and open up a window and have like really good ventilation. Sorry, I can't pronounce things correctly. Because it is really toxic to breathe in. I forgot to mention that I also use paintbrushes to smear the UV resin on my creations. I guess any paintbrush is fine. I usually buy the cheap ones in the dollar store. Now the next item I use to cure my UV resin is with the UV lamp. I found this UV lamp on Amazon. It's basically 2 lamps, but when you connect it, it's all 1 lamp together. I guess that's how you explain it. But it's pretty good. I really like it a lot. I had an order, so I'm gonna show you how I use it exactly. So I pretty much just push it in, and then it's gonna show you different timers. I believe it goes all the way up to 5 minutes. I really like this UV lamp. As you can tell, I use it a lot. I forgot to show you guys earlier, but you guys can disconnect it and use it as 2 lamps instead of 1. The next thing is the hair clips. The exact hair clips I use are called Alligator Clips Blank. I get all of these hair clips from Michaels. They come in different colors like black, gold, and silver. I also get these hair clips from Michaels as well. They're called Contour Blank hair clips. They also come in the same colors. I get a lot of questions of what do I use to glue on my creations on my hair clips, and I always recommend this product right here. This is called Clear Adhesive Glue. The brand is E6000. It is the best glue I ever tried. This glue holds on so well that you literally would have to break off the clay off the hair clip, which I will show you here right now. You can see how the clay got stuck on the glue and how bent the hair clip looks. I'm telling you, this glue holds on so well, you would have to forcefully take the clay off. Again, I definitely recommend this product right here. It works so good. I had a couple customers tell me that they've dropped the hair clips a couple times and it didn't break or come off at all. Next up is my tools. I don't really use much of my tools, but 3 things. This isn't a tool, it's just a regular makeup brush. This is what I use to color my clay with eyeshadow or chalk pastels. This tool is a nail, I believe it's called a flat silicone nail tool. This is the tool I use the most. This tool helps you pick up the small, like the really tiny pieces to put on your clay. The last tool I like to use the most is called a nail dotting tool. There's different sizes, but this one I like the most because I think it's the tiniest one out of all of them. This pretty much helps me make like really super tiny details. The nail dotting tool was not the last tool, I apologize. This is the last tool I use. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It is called an X-Acto knife. This just helps you cut the clay and cut tiny details as well. It's very sharp, so you have to be super careful with it. But I definitely recommend getting this first. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. You can find all these materials I use for my clay hair clips in my Amazon storefront. It's linked down below. Let me know in the comments what other videos you would like me to make, and I'll see you guys next time.